And a new study is linking air pollution to serious neurodegenerative conditions like ALS. Researchers say long-time exposure to everyday pollution raises the risk of developing these motor neuron diseases. Joining us now is Dr. Anthony Szema, a clinical professor of occupational medicine. And Doc, welcome. Good to have you here with us this morning. Let me just ask you, what kinds of pollution, air pollution, are we talking about specifically?
We're concerned about burning plastic, for example. When you burn plastic water bottles, it releases a neurotoxin called N-hexane. And we even saw that with military burn pits in Iraq. In my book, Wragge, you can see that one of the KBR contractors developed something that was similar to the new study with an ALS-like picture.
So how much exposure would be considered long-term or high risk?
So in this study, it showed that the people who had occupations that were trades oriented, but didn't really explain what they actually did, probably had the most exposure. So higher concentrations are associated with more exposure. And this is in Sweden, which is a relatively clean, air environment.
So this pollution, does it affect only those? I know we mentioned ALS before. Does it affect only those with ALS, or can it affect others with neurodegenerative diseases, for example, Alzheimer's?
So we're not really sure. We know that in Sweden, it's a relatively uniform population. So that one of the concerns is whether or not they're genetically susceptible. And then they get this second hit, they get this environmental insult. But if you have underlying risk factors, that's certainly going to trigger something worse.
So let me ask you about this study from Sweden. How might some of these pollutants, like, I guess, does it speed up ALS after it's been diagnosed? Is that what the study reveals?
Well, the study really shows when they looked at siblings and those who were exposed to more pollution, there was a higher risk of being diagnosed with ALS. So and they were more severe. So that it's a uniform population study. Certainly there are going to be other studies that'll need to follow this. This concept has been in the literature for a while now, so this was probably the best controlled study to date. Anecdotally, we have seen something similar to this early on during military burn pits in Balad, Iraq, but we haven't followed up on things like that, and that's certainly a worse exposure where they were burning 10 acres of trash for 100,000 soldiers.
Was there anything in this study that really stood out to you as kind of an eye-opening revelation?
I think at first glance, anybody in the general public would not link air pollution to ALS, but we know that inhaling burn chemicals and particles can get into your body and can circulate throughout your nervous system. So it's not a implausible hypothesis.
And I guess the question to you, as far as exposure, I mean, we anecdotally we have stories of 9/11 survivors, of how long they were in the pit before down the line it led to certain cancers and things like that. Is there a time period that is quote unquote safe, or is it just you're in that type of environment for a few hours and then that's something that you have to worry about years down the road?
Right. I don't think we know the answer to that. It's a great question. Humans are supposed to breathe clean air, 21% oxygen, 79% nitrogen, and no particles in it.
Yeah. Okay. Dr. Szema, thank you very much. We appreciate you taking a few moments for us.
Thank you.
Incredible study.